Hi, I'm Tom Spoors, and I think the new Rugrats show, it's pretty based.
My name's Aaron Murray, and my favourite show on Netflix is the Cowboy Bebop remake, reboot, whatever it is.
Nailed it. I mean, I love Cowboy Bebop. I was genuinely excited for the new one.
I haven't seen it.
I was so excited for the new one. And then Netflix fucking cocked me.
Didn't they cancel after like a week?
Not even that. I think it was like the day it came out.
It was up for like an hour, and they're like, no, stop.
And then they realised, oh, shit, wait, no, take it back. It's like, some of the costumes are genuinely atrocious.
Like, I mean, it probably could have worked as a show, but,
like it could have, because it is a show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
just adapt the anime.
It's not even one of the most far-out animes. Yeah. Like, it's a pretty easy one. I don't get how they messed it up as badly as they did.
Oh, because it's Netflix.
True. Speaking of Netflix...
Oh, they're dying.
We're doing they are dying. But today we're talking about streaming services. We're going to be grading them.
Yeah.
Shit, mid, or based.
Yes.
We got a list of streaming services. We're going to go through the bigger ones and YouTube. And we're going to be talking about them and grading them.
Okay, there is one that we do need to talk about, though.
Which one?
Quibi.
What the fuck is Quibi?
Is it Quibi? Is that what it's called? Quibi was the one that launched in the pandemic.
Yes.
And the idea was, this is the pitch, right?
Okay, hit me with
it was original shows.
Love it.
That are designed to be on your phone.
Okay.
So rather than watching it on a big fancy screen.
Dune.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Watch Dune on your phone. So the idea was, instead of watching it on a TV, you'd watch it on your phone. So it was
designed to watch on a phone.
It was designed so there would be 10-minute chunks that you could watch on like your commute.
Okay.
So and they would be like, and they would essentially, I mean, some of them were essentially just movies that would just split into chunks. The only problem was it launched in 2020, right as the pandemic started. So people were on their phones, but they weren't on their phones going to work. Because if you went to work, you would die.
I have so many questions about Quibi's intended use.
Well, Quibi lasted about 2 months.
Okay, I mean, so it didn't get much views.
No.
But genuinely, what did they think that enough people would maybe like take the train to work or whatever for 10 minutes at a time? Where they could watch, where they would go in that 10 minutes.
Lunch breaks as well, to be fair.
True. Because I mean, my lunch break, I want to sit and watch a 10-minute chunk of some shitty original film.
Yeah? So doesn't everyone want to do that?
Okay, so Quibi, I think that's a based.
Based, most definitely based.
Oh, absolutely.
Incredible,
based.
just mwah.
Like, I mean, why wouldn't you want to watch? It sounds perfect for, like, Family Guy highlights.
A streaming service that's entirely Family Guy funny moments.
It wasn't fucking, like, Butch Hartman. He was, the guy who made, what did he make? Fairly Odd Parents and Danny Fandom or whatever?
Yeah. And
Didn't he have a streaming service he was trying to make?
He did, but it was for people who like God.
Yeah.
It was like, there's going to be none of his kind. It was just like, if you like Jesus and Fairly Odd Parents, then I guess it was perfect.
It's like a Venn diagram.
Yeah.
You've got people who love Jesus. People who love
Fairly Odd Parents. And Danny Phantom.
That just opens up so many doors.
That's just people who believe in the afterlife.
So that is, that one's also pretty based.
Yeah, it's based.
Pretty based. So
God is based.
So starting with Netflix.
Yes.
Netflix.
The streaming service that's doing the best right now.
Is it?
No. No.
It, like, genuinely, which streaming, I don't actually know, like, what streaming service is, like, doing the best?
So
Netflix, like, ignoring quality of product, just numbers.
Well, I guess none of them, because... none of them, because...
I guess Disney Plus, probably.
Yeah, well, okay, well, what it is, all of these streaming services, they're all operating at a loss.
Nice.
So all of them are in, like, insane debt. And the problem with Netflix is... I think the idea was like these losses that they'd have, like, you know, would be fine. They could be trillions in debt because if the subs keep going up, it's fine. And then like a couple of months ago, the subs started dropping.
Yeah.
And so now they're in deep shit because even though they started the whole streaming thing, like the way we see it now, their quality output has been fucking atrocious.
I saw a YouTube video the other day which was called "How I Lost 1 Million Subscribers," and I think Netflix should just post that. To be honest.
Yeah, because it's. I think because the thing is, Netflix really did get off to an amazing start. Yeah, House of Cards.
No, exactly.
Which, yeah, House of Cards has Kevin Spacey
at the time.
But at the time it was great.
People liked it.
Yeah, Arrested Development.
Sick.
Which people
even if they did kind of.
It went to shit, but people enjoyed it. The ads, on It's Just a New Black.
Yeah.
Which done like amazingly well. They had a good mix of shows.
Even ignoring their original output, you know what I mean? Like there's never been something like Netflix really.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. They had no competition.
Well, exactly, and
so it was fine.
They could have operated off purely stuff that had already existed, and it still would have been fine. Because people love the fact that whenever they wanted, they could sit and watch an episode of Friends and not accidentally get a virus on the computer. Like, people love that.
Well, yeah, because that's the thing, because piracy was so rampant. And it still is, but it's changed now.
Well, exactly.
And it's like, but like, that's the thing, Netflix offered a convenient option. Rather than having to pirate and go on to fucking, like, Utah and they go, oh, I'm going to download a new Marvel film. Oh, it's porn. Oh, no. Like, instead of that, you
can finally watch Rugrats without needing boobs on the screen.
You can watch Rugrats without getting caught up by the police.
Well, exactly. No, literally, like, it makes life so much easier, more convenient.
Yeah.
And I still think that for something like Netflix, there is so much use for it. My favourite show of all time, Community, got put on Netflix. And because of that, it sparked up a ton more interest in the show. Yeah. And now there's talks about a movie.
Yeah.
Like that.
Exactly.
Couldn't have happened without Netflix.
And that's happened loads of times. And that's because that's the thing. Is like, even though Netflix is not doing great right now, the main problem with them now is I don't think they're going to change their options, like their whole thing much, because when they were going down, their whole response to it was, okay, so we need to crack down on password sharing. That was their answer. It's not make their stuff better. It was crack down on people who aren't paying.
Well, yeah.
Or people who aren't paying, not because they're stealing, it's because they're just sharing an account with somebody.
They're trying to force people, like, they're basically trying, so they're saying, oh, if we have this many subs, then actually this many people are watching, so how do we turn that number into that number? Yeah. Which I guess I can vaguely understand the reasoning behind.
I can vaguely understand it,
at the same time, then there's a cap on how many people you can get.
And the thing is, as well, is it's a bit, the timing's especially bad, considering they've been destroying their goodwill now for the past couple of years.
Oh, exactly.
The amount of shows they've cancelled, which Netflix, in a way, would become a haven for, like, cancelled shows, like Arrested Development went there. Yeah. There's been, a couple of other, like, shows went there to, like, continue themselves.
Exactly.
Because, they struggled, like. And so they became a home for that.
Yeah, like
but then
Brooklyn Nine-Nine, I think, was another example of that.
They were to NBC, I think.
They went to NBC, and they were just on Netflix.
Yeah. That Designated Survivor, which was that ABC show.
Yeah.
That was on Netflix in other places. Then it got cancelled, and then Netflix, like, grabbed it again. Okay. So, like, because it done really well for them. But it was like, so they've done that before, but now they cancel shows. But they cancel shows because of, like, I guess either the algorithm doesn't, like, agree with it, or they don't advertise.
Well, this is the other problem is I think Netflix, it almost, in some ways, Netflix feels like TikTok. Like, these numbers just randomly go up and down. We have no idea how it works. But then also Netflix, because there's no way of tracking Netflix, like how well
that's the thing,
Netflix,
because Netflix,
they can say whatever the fuck they want.
Netflix don't publicly release their info. What they do is if it does well, they'll say, it made this, but we can't go, like, how did, I don't know, American Vandal do?
Well, exactly. That's
like, you can't look that up.
I've always thought for ages that that trending and top 10
it's bullshit.
Is bullshit.
I mentioned a couple of weeks ago on Twitter that this film, How It Ends, which is a 2018 Netflix film, randomly showed up in my, like, top 10 in the UK today, like, for Netflix. Like, and I was like, why is this film that no one, when it came out, no one talked about it? Why is it randomly showing up? Unless it's just a weird, like, algorithm thing or something.
Even stuff like, everyone always says Squid Game. That was probably, the biggest show of last year?
Yeah.
I think, and so people, I could be very, very wrong with this. people always say Squid Game came out of nowhere. You know, it all and people always talk about how it organically grew or whatever. I think Squid Game was placed on everyone's top 10. Everyone was told this is the popular thing, and because of that, everyone watched it.
It's just
and you know, like
Bird Box was the exact same.
Exactly.
That whole Bird Box challenge was most definitely made by Netflix.
Well, exactly.
As like a marketing.
Netflix's products, and Squid Game had its good parts, but I would say it's more the exception than the majority. But Netflix's products aren't good enough quality to organically grow. Parasite is an example of something that organically grew because of its quality.
Yeah.
Netflix's things are so obviously calculated.
And the thing is as well is Netflix don't let their shows grow.
Exactly.
They won't let them grow.
Yeah.
Netflix could never do Succession.
Yeah.
There was a video I watched that was to use Succession as an example, and it's perfect with Succession when that started on HBO. Yeah. That started and no one was watching it.
Yeah.
No one cared. In fact, I remember because I was watching it from the beginning. I'm a fucking Succession hipster.
Yeah.
When it first started, I remember that it actually got bad reviews. People didn't like it, and but then as it went on, the viewership went up because word of mouth spreads, and by the time the second season started, massive boost in ratings. And then it's been going up since because word of mouth flows.
Yeah.
And it was organic because HBO, rather than immediately cancelling it, they went, no, let's because I think the moment it aired the first episode, they gave it a second season.
Yes.
So they done that and it blew up. Now it's fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
It's Succession's huge.
Yeah.
And but that was an organic growth.
Yeah.
They let it grow. Stuff like The Office or Parks and Rec.
Yes.
Parks and Rec was that show.
People hated it.
You know, no one cared. The Wire.
Yes.
The Wire. No one watched that when it was on, and now people consider it the greatest show of all time.
Yeah.
People you've got stuff needs to grow to find its audience.
Exactly.
Fucking Breaking Bad, which ironically Netflix helped boost by putting it on their thing. By the time I got all of the stuff about the Los Pueblos Hermanos and all that and all the merch that didn't come until the end of the show basically.
Yeah.
Because Netflix got it on their service and it blew up because people took notice.
Yeah.
And it's
and
that's the problem with Netflix is it's that whole concept has gone out the window and now their output is just terrible.
Well, exactly, and I even just BoJack, they cancelled BoJack Horseman. How do you cancel BoJack Horseman? Not to be salty or anything, but what the fuck? But it shows that the Netflix will cancel whatever the fuck for no reason. And then because we don't know whether or not the reason they're cancelling is because no one's watching it. We don't know why, because they're not telling us anything, and anything they do tell us could be made up. And
it is, and it's worth noting as well that Netflix when they do their shows, it seems like none of their shows go past 3 seasons, even if it's successful.
Yeah.
And it's because after about 3 seasons, it seems like you can get a bit more money.
Yeah.
For yourself, that Santa Clarita Diet, which that did really well.
Yeah.
That was a really successful show, and I knew it was because I remember when it was on, I saw loads of people talking about it.
Yeah.
It had a really big following. Cancelled.
It's just weird.
I don't understand. But it's one of them where it's that had that had Renee Zellweger. Well, it had one of them and Timothy Olyphant, pretty big actors, and that's the problem. Is these shows, once they get a couple of seasons, that's it. They're done. They're out the door. And it's now if Netflix said, okay, we just want to get shows that only have 3 seasons in them.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's all they need to do. But they don't. So now what they've got is this thing where you don't want to watch their shows unless it's a mini-series. Because you're what if they cancel it?
Well, yeah. See, this is the problem is what Netflix need. Because what a lot of, big TV shows have, well, not TV shows, TV channels or whatever, is they have a big show.
Yeah.
Think Friends, think The Simpsons.
Every single network. Yeah. Everything. There's always that one show.
Exactly.
That's huge. Yeah. ABC has Grey's Anatomy.
A massive show that lasts for ages.
Yeah.
Gets you a ton of content. Blows up, because that's the thing is a lot of these shows will for instance The Simpsons is still getting new viewers and stuff now, even though it's shit now.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? And the fact, and when someone gets into that, they have a fuck ton of episodes to watch.
But the thing is with Simpsons as well, it's a constant money count with the merch.
Well, exactly.
Even if people don't watch the show, the show needs to exist
Exactly.
because it keeps the merchandise flowing. It keeps the show alive.
Netflix needs to get a show like Friends, get a show like Simpsons, but it won't because it keeps cancelling shit.
The closest possible thing they've got is Stranger Things.
But Stranger Things ending next season.
But yeah, Stranger Things is going to be over. Plus, as well, to be honest, I feel like Stranger Things' hype is slowly starting.
Absolutely. Who the fuck cares about season 4?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's what I mean. I mean, who really? And that's the thing is, again, like, even if people do care, it's done next season.
Exactly.
Like, it's over. Ozark just ended.
Yeah.
They don't have a show that they could rely on.
Well, that's the thing is, I think what Netflix also need is the streaming serve, and this was something that so Community in its last season moved to everyone's favorite streaming service, Yahoo. It killed Yahoo single-handedly, which is quite impressive of it.
Of course it did. Like why would you go there?
Well, exactly. But so its final season, and it's because it was on a streaming service, some things changed. For instance,
the episodes were
longer,
yeah,
the runtime. And so obviously streaming services, because of the fact they're a bit less restrictive and a bit more wild with runtimes, you find that sitcoms don't seem to work as well on streaming services.
Yeah.
Which is a problem, I think, because what Netflix kind of needs is a sitcom, because sitcoms are so easy to stretch out.
The thing is, as well, is Netflix's binge format doesn't work as well with sitcoms.
Exactly.
I feel like because sitcoms are perfect for like weekly, because as well, because obviously like because depending on the show, they might record them live. Yeah. Based on like where.
Well, see, this is the problem is Netflix struggles to because of the binge format and all that. When a viewer watches Netflix, they just zoom through. You know, like there's nothing that will keep drawing them back to Netflix.
And as well, nothing lasts when you watch. Like, you know what? Like I love Ozark, but I will admit it doesn't stay in my memory as much as something like Succession does. Yeah. Like or Barry or something like that.
The weekly thing helps.
It helps so much. Honestly, I went from liking the binge format to kind of hating it.
Absolutely.
Unless it's one. I'm like, obviously, like I'm not gonna just not watch a show because it's like that. But it's like Midnight Mass, the Mike Flanagan show that came out last year. Yeah. It's fucking amazing. And honestly, I would have loved for that to be weekly. Yeah. I think it's a great show no matter how you watch it. Like, any show's great no matter how you watch it. Exactly. If you binge Succession, I personally think you should watch that show weekly. Yeah. But if you binge it, that's fine. It's still a good show. Yeah. That content is still there. But I feel like that show is Mindhunter, which I don't know what's going on with that. Admittedly, I don't think that's Netflix's fault. Yeah. That seems to be something with Fincher. But that's a show that should have been weekly. Yeah. Because I think because the way that show's paced, it's not paced like a binge show. It's not paced like Stranger Things. It's perfect for binge. Yeah. Because that show is so finely tuned to Netflix's like production cycle. Because like they feel like films.
Well, exactly.
And that's the thing is like, but even now like that like Netflix is just in this weird they're so desperate now because like the Grey Man that like film they're releasing like they've already announced that there's a prequel and a sequel.
But like, and I watched the trailer for that. It looks like a mid-budget action film.
Why is it a franchise?
Why
is Red Notice getting two sequels back to back?
The films Netflix are putting all their money into and putting all and like their tentpole massive event films. What other studios would shit out every 2 weeks?
There was a thing I saw about Hbo Max. Yeah. And they were saying that their plan for their original films is they want to make films where the budgets do not exceed any higher than about 30 million. Okay. And I actually think that's a really good idea. Yeah. Because I feel like that's because the thing is I think that could be a good place for mid-budget films to thrive. Yeah. Rather than putting a $200 million action film on there. Yeah. Put up some interesting risky films on there that can be made on a low budget. Yeah. I mean obviously every film if it needs to go high, if a film requires that it goes higher, then I think it should still be able to be made. Yeah. But I feel like if HBO are smart with it, they could actually do something really they could make cool horror movies or thrillers or dramas that they can make them cheap, but they're well-made films.
Like action films like The Grey Man or whatever, which looks shocking. Like a whole different level of bad. They cast Ryan. I think they miscast. I think they genuinely, accidentally cast Ryan Gosling in that film, meaning to cast Ryan Reynolds.
I'm just happy he's out of retirement. Okay.
Look, I'm happy he's doing work as well, but at the same time, please anything. But like he's if you know, it looks terrible.
I hope he enjoys his paycheck.
I hope he enjoys his paycheck too, and the 15 more he'll get being in the sequels. But genuinely, I guess they didn't just want Ryan Reynolds in both of their franchises. Despite the fact they obviously wrote the role for Ryan. It's so obviously wrote for Ryan Reynolds, it's insane.
Is he like quipping in it?
Yeah.
That's weird. Ryan Gosling is not that kind of actor.
No, and it doesn't.
I haven't seen the trailer, to be fair. Like,
everything feels bad. I genuinely, honest to God, I watched it. I couldn't tell who the Grey Man was.
I didn't like the gay man. Take that, Netflix.
I genuinely, ignoring whatever you just said, genuinely, I couldn't figure out who the Grey Man was, and I think that it's directed by the Russo brothers.
The Russo brothers. Oh yeah,
the Russo brothers. The entire trailer, I swear to God, 15 minutes of that trailer is just from the directors of Captain America. You know what? Weirdly enough, Cherry wasn't on there.
Gee, I
they
wonder
didn't
why.
Put from the directors of Cherry, starring the guy who was in that Gifted movie. Like, it's, you know...
The guy who was in,
Lightyear.
Yeah.
Zoom.
Like, so, I guess our rating for Netflix...
Shit.
Yeah, it's not, yeah. I wouldn't even say it's mid at this point.
No.
To be honest, like honestly, if I was not paying for Netflix...
Yeah.
Like, or like, I would not, like, be on it. It's one of them, like, exactly. I don't, like, you know, like, I don't pay for it, so, like, I use it, but yeah. I would never pay for it.
I wouldn't care. Like,
shit.
Netflix is... They're not putting out anything consistently that makes me go, ooh, yo, you seen that new Netflix show?
You
seen that new Netflix joint?
The only time I'm ever interested now is if Mike Flanagan's making a show on it.
Exactly.
If Mike, yeah, like, you know.
Like, I only use Netflix to watch Better Call Saul.
Yeah, which is ending.
Yeah.
It's gonna be done.
Well, exactly.
Like, you know, that's done.
Yeah.
Stranger Things ends probably next year.
What have they got left? What can there be? You know,
Squid Games.
Yeah, but
I am prediction season 2. No one will care.
Either no one will care, or it'll end.
Yeah.
It won't last past season 3.
Because I don't know if the guy who made it like planned the second season. I think it was just.
It was meant to be a miniseries, but they've extended it.
Because
it needs what they need. What Netflix so desperately need is something that's the next Game of Thrones. Something that will get everyone talking, everyone interested for like a decade.
Even like, because I mean, they've got The Witcher, but for what I know, the second season of The Witcher like flatlined.
Yeah. Well, exactly. This is the problem. What will they need? I know people obviously have mixed opinions on Game of Thrones now because of the last season or whatever. But what you can't deny is that Game of Thrones was humongous. Everyone talked about Game of Thrones. Literally every last person in the world was discussing Game of Thrones. The president was probably talking about Game of Thrones. Like, you know what I mean? Like, everyone spoke about it. And so the fact that now that's what we need. Stranger Things no one talks about. They need something big. It doesn't have to be on the same scale as Game of Thrones. They need something that, even if they put every ounce of their cash into it, just something that will get people coming and going, ooh, I heard about this show. I think I might watch it. Or, like, you know, we'll have people going on Twitter, yo, did you see this? And I think the weekly structure would help immensely with that. Yeah,
I think, because that's the thing. I don't think Netflix will ever go too weekly.
Because this is the problem.
I think, because that's the thing, is, like, they're too, like, their way. Because I know, like, say, like, with Amazon.
Yeah.
Right, which is our next one.
Yeah.
They've kind of shifted a little bit.
Yeah.
Where they still do the binge. Yeah. They still do that, but certain shows they release weekly. So The Boys, which I'd say for Amazon, that is their big cash cow at the moment, and I think that. And to be fair, I think the way they're handling that show is kind of how, like, I mean, because it's one of them. You know, The Boys is pretty good.
Aaron
like The Boys.
Is a boy.
I'm a boy.
It must be said.
I'm a boy.
He's a member of The Boys.
I'm the boy. I'm the boy.
The singular boy.
Like, you know, like, that's a good show.
Yeah.
And, like, and that clearly is where the success is for them at the moment, because they haven't really gotten anything else. Like, but, you know.
You have to think, and I think this is the biggest thing I can say about the weekly versus binge thing. When let's say, for instance, Game of Thrones Season 2, Episode 3. Just a random episode. I don't know what episode that is of Game of Thrones, but you can bet your ass when that episode aired, there were so many people talking about it. There were articles written about it, tweets about it. Stranger Things Season 2, Episode 3. No one's going to talk about it because the only thing people will talk about with Stranger Things is the last episode. Yeah.
I know, yeah, they'll talk about it as a collective.
Exactly.
And it's like, and
that's cool. But it means that it's essentially the rest of the episodes are pointless in terms of bringing in new. Because what Netflix want to do is bring in more people to like, you know, pay money to them and give money to the overlord. Cool.
Yeah.
So what you want is as much content as possible, which could potentially drag people in. Stranger Things is one episode that might drag people in with a lot of wasted money beforehand.
The problem, and the thing is as well, like with Netflix, is that they throw a lot at the wall. Yeah. It is a
exactly. Remember when Netflix were going to make 100 films a year?
Yeah.
And then they made 100 films in 1 year, and people went, bro, all these films are shit.
Maybe 20 of them were good.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like, that's still 80 films that are shit.
Exactly.
And it's like, and that's, because with Amazon, I would say with Amazon, they've been quite good, I think, at like, you know, because I mean, they do have issues as a service. Their fucking UI, Amazon Prime's UI is fucking woeful. One thing I'll give Netflix is their app is like dead easy to use.
Oh, absolutely.
Whereas Amazon is a fucking joke.
Yeah.
It is awful.
In Amazon of Finch. Was that Amazon? Finch. The Tom Hanks one.
That's Apple.
That's Apple?
Yeah.
I swear I saw that on Amazon. Streaming services blow my mind. They just confuse the hell out of me.
I mean, maybe it got released separately, maybe.
On Amazon?
Maybe.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, because...
What does Amazon even have? Like, what's an Amazon thing?
So they've got The Boys.
The Boys.
They got The Boys.
With The Boys.
They got that Outer Limits. The show with Josh Brolin that just came out.
Okay.
Which I've heard good things about that. It was cancelled years ago. But Patriot, which is the best show that they've ever made. Okay. Everyone should watch Patriot. It's fucking incredible.
Okay.
It's like Wes Anderson meets the Coen Brothers.
Okay.
It's one of these shows that no one talks about.
Yeah.
Because Amazon treated it like a Netflix show.
Okay.
And gave it nothing. It got no advertising whatsoever.
Wow.
It was cancelled after 2 seasons, but it's fucking incredible.
Okay.
One of the best things I've ever seen. They've got that. They had the Bosch, which is like a crime thing. That got 7 seasons.
Bloody hell.
But that show was quietly doing really well. It must have been if it got that many seasons. But like, I'm trying to I'd say it because Amazon, they aren't that big.
Yeah.
And I feel like, but what helps Amazon is Amazon Prime Video is only one component of Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
So Amazon can deal with that.
Yeah.
If they struggle with Amazon
they're
Prime,
perfectly fine being in the mid category.
Yeah, exactly. They're fine with that, and they're fine if people just go, "Oh, I'll just watch it when The Boys is on."
That's the thing is, I feel like there's not a whole lot to say about Amazon Prime because at the end of the day, it's not what they're trying to do. They're just putting some shit out occasionally. It's like,
I barely pay attention to them. Yeah. The only time I'll pay attention to them is if I hear that whatever they released is good. Like, they released a film called Emergency.
Was it good?
I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard.
I've
heard good things about it. It was it was a festival pick and stuff, and it's like, could they do that as well? They pick a lot of festival films.
That's always cool.
They got like Last Night in Miami.
Oh, that's cool.
Stuff
that's
like
cool,
so. They do get some good films, and
that
like, and it's like,
it was nice,
so yeah, it was fine.
It was fine.
But that's the thing. It's like they do have an interesting lineup.
Yeah.
But I think The Boys is obviously going to be their cash cow for like the foreseeable future. They've already planned spin-offs for that show and all that. Like so. I
haven't seen The Boys.
I mean, it's alright. I like it.
I really do not care about evil Superman.
Wait,
was Amazon? I might be talking on my app. Was Amazon Invincible?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Totally, yeah.
Amazon's the greatest streaming service of all time. It's the greatest streaming service of all time.
I totally, yeah.
There we go.
Got that. Okay. I totally forgot about that show.
Based.
Yeah,
they're making the only good show. Based.
So yeah, they're on the base.
That's based.
I'd say they are...
I know I don't care about evil Superman, but based.
They are a strong mid, I would say.
Strong
mid, and they could easily get to based.
Is it Invincible? Based. No,
I'm honestly shocked you haven't seen The Boys. You really like it. Because I know it's evil Superman, but I would say The Boys is at its best when it's a satire of like the superhero stuff like that. That's why it works. It's not. I don't give a shit about like some of the other plot points. There's some plots that I don't care about. It's like some of the characters in it.
I do need to watch it. It's just Invincible's like so much better. I haven't seen Boys.
I could not get into Invincible.
Really?
But I want to give it another chance.
Have you seen? Wait, how much of Invincible did you see?
So 2 episodes.
You saw 2 episodes and you weren't into it.
What it is, I liked the end of the first one, and then I don't know. I never like. I watched the second one and I just couldn't.
I think that's fair. I think
I want to give it another chance.
You should, because I think it's weird. It's very easily bingeable. Yeah. I think the last episode of the first season is probably my favorite superhero thing I've seen. Is that last episode, because I think it nails that level of the superhero versus supervillain fight in a way nothing else does.
When is that show coming back?
Soon. I think they're making the second season.
Because
there's also apparently a live action movie being made. I think I heard Seth Rogen was involved. I may have made that up. I don't know.
Is it like a spin-off or?
No, I think it's still based, because Invincible's based on a comic.
It's from the Walking Dead fella.
Yeah. So I think it's also based on the comic, but just differently. But the show's genuinely definitely watch the show.
I want to give him another chance because it wasn't terrible.
No, it's the greatest thing ever.
But yeah, I'd say Amazon's like strong mid, but
I'd say mid. If Invincible season 2 slaps, then based. But no, genuinely though, I'd say mid, because I think Amazon, and I'm not going to discredit them for this. It's like when I think about the Amazon streaming service, I kind of forget it exists.
Amazon's catalogue for non-originals can be interesting, to be fair to it, because they do seem to get a lot more weirder stuff, whereas Netflix kind of just get like
the most
whatever
mainstream things you can possibly imagine.
It's very like the very mainstream. It's like whatever was big before, and like everything that was big after 1980 or something. It's it's not like that. Like
no, generally Amazon is where you go if you want something maybe a bit more interesting.
Yeah, it's always like there's always like an interesting, like sometimes there'll be films that don't even have like proper releases on like home media.
This might be the most hipster thing I've said in my entire life, but Netflix is like the TikTok of streaming services.
Yeah.
It's like, it's just the most normie thing.
Yeah, no, it is. It absolutely is.
And occasionally... Community is like the greatest thing ever, so fair enough.
And the thing is, they do occasionally, for every like fucking, I don't know, like Kissing Booth or like whatever, or fucking Emily in Paris, they would get like a Midnight Mass.
No, exactly.
And instead, like with Amazon, they do have some good stuff on there.
Yeah.
I think my only issue is that they have a Netflix problem, which is, do you want to stick to a show? Do you want to watch a show in case they just sweep it?
We have Apple?
I would say right now Apple is the absolute best streaming service right now.
Yeah, I'd agree. I was a big fan of Coda, and I thought Coda was sick, and Apple made Coda.
Fucking won Best Picture.
It won Best Picture.
They've only been around
for like 2 years, and already won Best Picture.
Netflix would dream to be.
Well, exactly. See, this is the thing, is I think Coda was a bit of a banger. And I think it's just... Coda is, to me, the shining example of why Apple works. Because Apple will get things that maybe might not... they're not, like, immediately mainstream. Like, the idea isn't immediately mainstream. But it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And then it's just, like, they release it, and it's like, fucking hell, what the fuck, Apple?
So, I would say their films... personally haven't done too much for me yet.
That's because you haven't seen Coda.
I haven't seen Coda.
And you're not the #1 Amelia Jones fan.
But it's like, I said for the most part, like their film lineup isn't great. Like,
do you bet I'm saying this? I only
don't
know
have
Coda.
Apple TV.
I don't have Apple TV and only have seen Coda.
Film wise, they released Cherry.
Okay, right. Well, okay, so they're pretty cringe.
They had that Justin Timberlake film.
Yeah, I mean,
that Tom Hanks one.
Yeah, Finch.
Yeah,
no one saw that, but
yeah, like their film lineup I think is a little bit. It's a bit basic. It's very like I'm still waiting for them to release like a film on it. I'm like, whoa. Like,
as much as I love Coda is a very good, basic as fuck film.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Like that can exist. I think Apple is obviously still in its infancy.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's just
being said, some of the TV shows on Apple.
That That's
fucking brilliant.
That's where they're strongest. Their films.
Didn't Apple like not necessarily but like one of the first TV shows I remember seeing and going, wow, Apple released this, was like a fucking like I don't remember what it's called, but a fucking animated TV show by the same guy who did Bob's Burgers, which is so fucking based.
What's it called? It's like a musical show.
Yeah. Which is like the most based thing in the entire world.
Yeah, there's that where like that's like I think every episode's like a musical.
Yeah, and then they also have Ted Lasso.
You got Ted Lasso,
which I would happily cream out any day of the week.
Severance is fucking incredible.
Yeah,
Severance, like like assuming it doesn't fucking drop dead in the later seasons, will go down as like one of the best TV shows ever. Because that first season is incredible.
Like that's amazing.
Yeah, like they've
like
got
Apple.
They've got that Shining Girls, which just came on. I've seen the first episode of that with Elizabeth Moss. That's quite good so far.
Yeah,
The After Party, which is from Phil Lord, Chris Miller. That's really fun. They've got Pachinko.
Yeah.
Which is English, Korean, and Japanese.
That's sick.
And it flows through all 3 different languages.
Like that's sick.
That's incredible. Yeah, like they've got that, which no fucking streaming service would dream of doing that. They done that.
Yeah.
So
it's weird. Apple seem to be releasing films that are a bit like it's a Tom Hanks with a robot.
The films are a bit basic.
Yeah. But then like in terms of TV shows, they're going, lads.
I would argue their shows are like HBO levels.
Yeah.
And that's so fucking impressive.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing is like, and I think what it is, they're getting shows that are quite brave.
Yeah.
In terms of like.
And then the morning show. But you know what? Every brilliant streaming service.
Well, yeah, not everything's gonna work. Not everything's gonna work.
Every service needs its morning show.
Yeah, like.
I think that was the problem with Apple. Is I think a lot of people.
They started poorly.
Because they started with a lot of shit.
The morning show. Severance is on there, which is great. Severance is really fucking fun.
But no, they started off weak, and then as it went on, they just kind of started accumulating bangers.
Yeah, like they started weak. The COVID, like the pandemic, obviously slowed them down a lot. And like so they were a bit dry. And then I'd say like 2021, they were slowly picking it up, and in 2022 has been like banger after banger. Like I haven't seen everything they've released this year, but from what I've seen, every single show that they've released has like. I think the only real fail they've had this year is We Crashed, which is the Jared Leto and Hathaway one. That's which Morbius.
Have you seen the video of Jared Leto being interviewed by a VTuber?
It's the best thing I've ever seen.
It's genuinely the funniest thing I've seen in my entire life.
It's so fucking funny.
It's incredible.
It is. I want that as an Apple series.
I was gonna say,
I want Jared Leto talking to VTubers for 8 hours straight because he looks so uncomfortable. I've never seen someone look so scared in my life.
It's incredible.
I would love that. But that's the thing. It's like, but.
That is the kind of shit. I mean, I'm not saying that's the kind of shit Apple would release, but you know what I mean. Like, I could see Apple being the next fucking David Lynch film.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's that.
Like,
they're approaching that level of kind of. You know what I mean?
Coming up, they've got Cha Cha Real Smooth, which was at Sundance, which has got amazing reviews. That seems to be the big Oscar film this year.
It's weird. Even that feels like another one of the. Seems kind of vague. I mean, I haven't seen Cha Cha Smooth yet, but this is just kind of what I've seen from the trailers. Is that it seems kind of basic concept, basic level, but like it could quietly be a bit of a banger.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing. It's gotten really good reviews at the festivals and stuff. They've got the new Scorsese film, haven't they?
Of course they do.
But they're doing it differently to Netflix. Yeah. Where I don't think they're gonna get it when it comes out.
Okay.
I think it's still going to cinemas.
Good.
But then Apple will get it.
So yeah, I think it'll benefit a lot more from being an Apple, because I remember when Irishman came out on Netflix, and it was going to the Netflix crowd.
It was buried as well in the Netflix content.
And then everyone was going because obviously a lot of people who watch Netflix, and I'm not willing to gatekeep or say anything like that could relate to that, but a lot of people who watch Netflix are obviously, you know what I mean, the same people who watch The Kissing Booth. And so when I remember when The Irishman came out, and there was the big, let's just turn it into a miniseries, guys. This is my 6-episode structure for the Irishman.
Yeah.
And it's like,
watch a movie.
Right,
you know what? And look, watch it all you want.
Yeah.
I saw The Irishman in a cinema.
Yeah.
Right. I was fine. Okay. It's a long
you
film.
didn't die of starvation?
No, I was fine.
You didn't die of thirst?
I had a piss right before the film. Right before the film.
Yeah.
And then when the film ended, I went for a bit. I wasn't even busting for one. Right. I was fine. Like, I couldn't.
People understand if they need to piss.
Fine.
There is a pause button.
See, and that's the thing. It's like, okay, for the cinema, alright, fair enough. If you don't want to watch that kind of film in the cinema, more power to you. That's absolutely fine.
And then people watch fucking Endgame.
People, okay, I don't want to hear anything about like The Irishman.
Yeah.
When people have just watched Stranger Things, where every single episode is like an hour and fucking 20. The last episode of that show is 2.5 hours.
Yeah, no.
Like, fuck off with that. Like,
Absolutely.
if you are more than willing to watch 10 hours of a show, just binge it all.
Yeah.
And that's fine. But you can't just go, I don't fucking watch 3 hours of a movie. Like,
Ooh, Irishman's a bit long, innit?
yeah, it's like, I mean, fucking like Netflix like shows, even though they're bingeable, they're slow. Some of them are so slow.
Yeah, no.
Like, you're watching episodes, like, nothing happened. Like, not, it's like, at least like a 3-hour movie is quite well paced.
Yeah.
You got like a whole story. Like,
exactly.
it's right there. But it's like, but that's the thing, is like, with like, Apple's got that like new film, Killers of the Flower Moon.
Yeah.
And that will hopefully help. I think the only issue that like one of the issues that Apple has right now is advertising.
Yeah,
they don't advertise their shows.
No one knows what.
Yeah.
Like that thing is, I think so many bangers are coming out on Apple, but who knows about them?
Like
even like Ted Lasso, I bet I saw nothing for that.
Ted Lasso tried to word of mouth, and plus it doesn't help that when Ted Lasso came out, Apple TV was only really available on Apple devices.
Yeah.
Which is like, well, that's a bit shit. Because like, what if you want to watch it on your TV?
Yeah.
And it's like, and that's it only came to PlayStation and Xbox like devices like in 2021.
Wow.
And that's the problem. Is like you've got these like services that people want to watch, but you're not.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's like not being for it, but I can see why people justify piracy.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean.
Because it's one of them. How, if you want to watch this show, if they aren't giving you that access, then how are you meant to watch it? You're meant to just sit there and wait for years. What if you're bored by that point? What if you get spoiled on social media? And that was the problem. Now, granted, they fixed that, but I don't think they advertise. I've never seen, when I've walked in places, or like when I've walked into like at the train station, never seen them advertise.
Yeah.
Like I've never seen an advert for Severance or an advert for Ted Lasso.
Yeah. No, exactly. That's the thing is, even if like Ted Lasso feels pretty big, but like no one knows it. Like it's genuinely so small, and it's like how it's an Emmy win. It destroyed at the Emmys
because that's the thing is they don't give. And granted, they do give some form of access. Like Apple, like on Apple, they gave on PS5 6 months of it for free. Even if you were already a paying subscriber, you could get that for free. Yeah. So like I've got Apple for free until like September. I have to pay for it, and like it's just a weird thing that they've done, and like so they do that, which is good. Yeah. But
they give out like free Apple with every new
every new device you get Apple TV for a year, which is good. Like they do that, but I think what they need to do now is start advertising it and push it more.
I think they just kind of because I think it's pre-downloaded onto people's devices.
Yeah, but which is fine.
Which is all right, sure, but at the same time, like, I don't know, my calculator app is downloaded onto my
but it's like
phone. I don't use my calculator
but
app.
It's like they forget that there's also people who don't watch
exactly.
Like you've put on all of these other devices out, like you can't watch on Android phones.
Can you not?
No, like I checked that once. I would never like watch it on my phone, but the point is it's people who will. No, so exactly. Why are you not going? Why aren't you tapping into that?
Exactly.
It's just bizarre. Like it's a weird like okay, I get it. Like they are competition, but Apple Music's on there.
Yeah, no, exactly.
So put Apple TV on
or
there.
even just advertise your show on billboards. I mean, it's the easiest thing in the world.
Just advertise. Advertise. Yeah, just like that. And that's the thing.
Guys.
Severance is amazing, and thankfully, Severance for people who have Apple TV, Severance has done amazing. Yeah, it's like there was a thing like. There was a top 10
for the people who watched it.
For the people who watched it,
really well.
Because I don't know what their numbers are, but like I sort of think like in the US there was like the top 10 streaming shows. Yeah. Now Severance finished in like beginning of April, and in this like top 10 of like all time like streaming shows, like of like that month of May, Severance was there.
Yeah.
Which is quite good for it. Like it's clearly it's gotten legs, and the word of mouth for it is huge, like on Twitter and stuff. Like, so I could see by the time a show like gets its second season, it will maybe hopefully have a huge boost because lots of people have went in to watch it and then are now like talking about it.
Yeah.
Kind of like what like Yellow Jackets did like a couple of months ago, where like by the time I got to its like the end of its first season, it's fucking huge now. Yeah. It's massive. Like,
no, absolutely.
And so I would say overall rating for Apple is based.
Oh, absolutely. It is based.
But they're marketed them shit.
No, it is absolutely based.
They're like quietly the best streaming service right now.
Absolutely.
In terms of original stuff.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I reckon we skip ahead to Disney Plus and talk about Disney Plus right now because we're kind of talking about the big ones. So I reckon we quickly discuss Disney Plus.
Disney Plus. I got it again recently. Not because of the Marvel.
What?
Disney. I got it.
It's the only good things on there.
I got it for Tony Scott. There's a bunch of Tony Scott films on there that I wanted to watch.
Yeah.
I would say it's... The problem with it is if it's a very limited streaming service.
Well, this is the thing. It simultaneously has so much good stuff. And by so much good stuff, I mean it has all the seasons of The Simpsons. And then...
Good stuff?
3 seasons of good stuff.
It's got... Yeah, it's Simpsons is like 25% good and the rest is... Oh,
but that 25% is really good.
Yeah.
No, to be fair, I do use Disney Plus essentially. Well, actually, I'm logged out of my Disney Plus account right now. Yeah, I forgot the password. So, right, I'll be honest, Disney Plus, I think there's some good stuff there.
Yeah.
With that being said,
the problem
it needs more. The originals, it needs more than just the new Marvel and Star Wars thing. The
problem is as well especially for the Star stuff, which is where all the adult content is on Disney Plus. A lot of it's FX stuff. And a lot of the FX stuff that's on there is on BBC iPlayer, which is completely free.
Yeah.
And also Disney Plus get the BBC like iPlayer content like Snowfall and Mayans MC, like the Sons of Anarchy thing, or What We Do in the Shadows. They get the new seasons then like a year after BBC. So what's the so you can throw them out the window.
Yeah.
And most of the shows that they have that are adult are network shows.
Yeah.
That are shit.
Yeah.
Like Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah.
Which I don't even think is on there actually. Okay, I think that's on Sky. I think anything that's on Sky isn't on there.
That's the thing is,
Lost is on there, admittedly.
It's Disney Plus. I think the second I remember watching a Disney Plus advert the other day. Because to be fair to them, they obviously do a lot of advertising.
Exactly. They're advertising. I would say out of all of them, they advertise the absolute best. I see Disney Plus adverts everywhere.
Yeah.
They're amazing at advertising.
And I was watching an advert and it was like showing me all the new stuff on Disney Plus. And you want to know what the one thing was that wasn't like Marvel, wasn't Star Wars? What? It was How I Met Your Father. This is the problem.
Great.
There isn't anything original on Disney Plus.
Yeah, it's either like a spin-off of a show that no one cares about anymore.
Yeah,
at the end it was shit.
And don't get me wrong, it's fine to have a Marvel Star Wars. Sure, have your streaming service be a Marvel Star Wars thing.
You need the balance.
But what it lacks is if you're not a Marvel or Star Wars fan, you are not going to buy Disney Plus.
The problem as well with Disney Plus is that their content is already limited because for like Disney Plus they don't make content that's for older audiences. Yeah. The stuff that's on Star doesn't really count as Disney Plus.
No, absolutely.
Because a lot of it's just Hulu content.
I think if you were to ask people, does Star exist?
Yeah.
People would not. People
that's
don't
the
know.
thing. And the thing is, most of that content it's not Disney Plus content.
Yeah.
It's Hulu content. So it doesn't really count because it's like it's just that stuff that's just been ported over. It's basically whatever's on Hulu that no one wants to pick up is going over there, and it's usually because it's shit.
There's no, and I think this is a slight problem. There will never be a big Disney Plus movie. Like, I know they dropped some Pixar stuff on there, but even the Pixar stuff they dropped on there was very small scale.
And even then, it's
questionable why they're dropping Pixar shit on Disney Plus.
It seems like with Pixar, if it's not based on a new, if it's not based on an IP, then they're not interested in cinemas.
I don't get it. But
weird.
But no, and I think this is the thing that Disney Plus will never have, is a genuine sense of impact. Disney Plus feels like, it almost feels like a homework exercise book. You know when sometimes in school, when teachers give you your main exercise book for school, and then give you like an extra little homework book, like where you do your homework and you submit or whatever. Disney Plus is the homework book. You
know when you were doing your maths GCSE, and they would give you that like website.
Yeah.
To go on, and he'd have all those like videos of like these people going like, you know, this is like how you do like a triangle, like this is like this, blah blah. That's what Disney Plus is.
No, it literally
because
is.
It's homework. It's like, there's this new Marvel film coming out. Oh well, you gotta watch this show first, because if you don't, you're gonna be lost.
The fact they're building a streaming service on the idea of, it's like the extra things to the movies.
And I guess now for Star Wars, it's what's keeping Star Wars afloat.
Poor Star Wars.
Poor Star Wars. Being neglected in Disney Plus dungeons.
Every so often they just pull out Obi-Wan Kenobi. Sure.
I don't know, bring back Jar Jar Big Show, I don't know.
Okay, that would be based. Yeah. That would move it up to base.
What's that new one they're doing again? Andor,
yeah.
Who cares?
Yes.
I swear to God, who watched Rogue One? I was like, I need an Andor show. I
give Disney Plus. I don't even know, because I genuinely think.
I'd say mids.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing, is I think Netflix fails completely. I think Apple works, but if I'm grading Disney Plus as a product, I think as much as I don't like Disney Plus, don't like any things that come out on it, I don't think Disney Plus is releasing content that has no audience, or content that is going to lose its subscribers.
That's the thing. Yeah. In terms of a service, I'd say, honestly, as a service, it's probably more on the base side, purely because if you like Disney content,
you're sorted.
It's fucking perfect for you. If you like Marvel,
exactly,
all of the Marvel stuff,
and it will always have. Like, I don't think this, and until, like, well, even after my Marvel fatigue happened, what the hell am I saying? When Marvel fatigue happens, there will, like, Star Wars will build back up, Disney will build back up. It is by a mile the streaming service I think is built to last the longest, until eventually Disney gets destroyed inside by secret agents.
I will say as well, if you love Jerry Bruckheimer movies from the 90s, if you like them, if you love cracking a beer, right, saluting the flag, alright, and then watching a Jerry Bruckheimer movie, then it's perfect, because there's all those Touchstone movies from the 90s, because that's the thing, their lineup for movie wise, in terms of adult stuff, is not bad.
No, it's not.
You've got some really interesting stuff on there.
I think they fail at the original side of things.
Because a lot of the originals, it's just shit.
How I Met Your Father.
Although, I will say, that new Andrew Garfield show.
Which one?
Under the Banner of Heaven.
Okay.
It's like a True Detective kind of thing. That comes to Disney Plus in July.
Yeah.
Sort of the aired in America. Why we didn't get it at the same time, I don't know. But
why would we?
Yeah. Even though we got fucking, I don't know, we got most stuff at the same time.
Yeah.
I guess it's so you can binge it.
Sure.
Which is sure. Whatever. It's weird, with them, because they're because I think so much of their content over here, at least, is just Hulu. I assume, because it looks like we're not going to get Hulu over here. They're just going to just put it all on Disney, which is fine, but there's still most of their library's still not here yet. Yeah. So it's a bit like, okay. Well, I can't really care.
Well, no, exactly. I think that Disney's problem is that, I don't know, personally, if I'm looking at a personal level, completely subjective level, I think Disney content is shit.
Yeah.
Because even what it's doing to The Simpsons, the fact that Simpsons is now on Disney Plus, is shit.
Well, the short films.
The shorts are
the short films are awful. They're nightmare
fuel. Awful.
Nightmare fuel.
And I think that the Marvel TV shows are shit. The Star Wars TV shows, I watched one episode of Mandalorian and went, fuck.
I don't care about Star Wars.
Yeah, exactly. So, for me, on a personal level, I think it's terrible. And I think, content-wise, I think it might be up there with Netflix.
Yeah, it's one of them.
Is an objective level? I know you don't get anything objectively, but
your mileage is going to vary with Disney. With Disney Plus, it entirely depends on your taste.
If I'm looking at a purely business side of things, then it's based.
It's perfect.
with that being said, I hate the fact that it's based because Disney are burning the industry.
And I hate Disney.
And I hate Disney.
I think Disney sucks.
Well, I do. I think Disney are so actively unbased that I'm just gonna say mid because otherwise I'm gonna give myself like a headache.
A stroke.
Yeah,
What are you gonna say?
Otherwise I'm genuinely gonna make myself cry if I keep thinking about it. So I'm just gonna go with mid and just.
We'll keep it at that. We'll keep it mid.
Yeah, it's mid.
Mid.
Speaking of wringing out as much content about one IP as humanly possible, did you know Paramount Plus have like 15 different Star Trek shows?
Well,
that's not even a joke.
To be fair to Paramount Plus is just CBS All Access that they've just renamed.
Why?
I guess I guess
they have like 15 different Star Trek shows.
Oh, they've got Star Trek Discovery, which no one likes.
Star Trek Picard, which
no one likes that one at all. No one likes that. They got Strange New Worlds, which people don't like, but they don't hate.
Yeah, which to be fair, might be the most critically acclaimed Star Wars show they have on there.
Star Trek.
That's the same thing.
Yeah,
they're the same thing.
You got Star Trek Lower Deck,
which no one likes.
Which is the animated one, which I don't think anyone has seen. Let alone like or dislike.
I watched one episode of Picard when my granddad had it on, and I saw it in the background, and I saw Patrick Stewart, and he was just being Patrick Stewart, and I was like, neat.
Engage.
I
assume all of the Star Trek shows are on there, like the old stuff.
Yeah. Do you think anyone who's under the age of 70 cares about Star Trek?
The problem is either the people who like watch Star Trek now are either dead, or either dead, or they're watching it, but they would wish, or they're wishing that they were dead because they are watching their franchise get beat to death.
Oh, absolutely.
Because that's the thing, like Discovery. I feel like everyone hates that show.
Oh yeah.
I don't think anyone likes that show at all.
And then Picard. Which I heard someone say that the second season of Picard was one of the worst things they've seen, and you know what?
That's fair. Sounds about right.
Sounds right.
Sounds like Star Trek shows
However,
in 2022.
with this being said, Paramount Plus does have the iCarly reboot, which is pretty based.
Is that like adult?
Yeah. I think Carly says fuck, and honestly, like, that
Whoa.
is a positive.
Whoa!
I think I ascended
like,
to a different plane.
Okay, like, how adult is it? Is it like...
Okay, I mean, when we say adult...
It's not Euphoria.
It's I think adult might be a different word for 15-year-olds instead
like,
of 7-year-olds.
It's PG-13.
Yeah, no, I think Carly says, like, fuck once an episode. Like,
she says damn.
Yeah. I don't think she even says fuck, to be honest. I think she says, like, dang.
Dang. Gosh darn it! Instead of, you should go to hell instead of go to heck.
It is pretty base that it exists, though.
I think it's cool, yeah. That these, apparently, like, fucking HBO Max is getting, like, a Velma show. That's, like, but, like, not, like, just a adult Velma show.
No.
It's gonna be Euphoria.
Companies need to stop.
I mean, to be fair, an adult Scooby-Doo show would...
Oh, absolutely.
Like, cause that shit, it just works.
Yeah.
Just put a bit of blood in it, it works. It's cool. But yeah, like, but with Paramount Plus, like, so that's not here yet. But I believe by the end of June, it will be here.
Good. We need that iCarly reboot.
They've got the Halo show.
Is it unfair to call Paramount Plus shit? No, it's not. It's shit.
To be fair.
Okay.
Their lineup outside, like their non-original lineup, I think might be quite good because it will have the Paramount lineup, which they do have good films. They make good films, so I think all the Jackass stuff is there. They are also getting a new season of Jackass. They're making one now. That is enough to make me subscribe. Frasier, which I assume is on there.
Yeah.
I would want to say, Bar Rescue.
Yeah, but also 15 different Star Trek shows.
Yellowstone. Okay, actually, no. If we're talking about Star Trek having 15 shows, Yellowstone.
What the fuck is
Yellowstone? Is a show with Kevin Costner, which has got like 4 seasons. It's the biggest show in America. Don't think it's even aired over here. Right. So it's made by Tyler Sheridan.
Okay.
Now he's done Sicario.
Yeah.
Hell or High Water.
Yeah.
Wind River.
Yeah.
He's quite a good writer. So he's done Yellowstone, which he created, most of the episodes. They've made a prequel to Yellowstone. That's set in like the 1800s.
Okay.
They're making another prequel show with Harrison Ford.
Sure.
They're making...
Isn't he like 70 billion?
Yeah. So they've got 4 Yellowstone spin-offs.
Yeah.
And 4 shows by Tyler Sheridan. All 8 of these shows he's involved with. And he is writing. He has. So he's going to have...
So is Tyler Sheridan actually like 15 different young kids in trench coats?
I mean, you'd think so. Because I don't think it's possible for one man to be the showrunner for 8 different shows all at once. He's done a show called like Mayor of Easttown with Jeremy Renner. He makes that. He writes that. I think he directs a lot of the shows as well. He directs like most. I think he directs like every like season finale and every premiere. Now, the thing is, I've heard Yellowstone's quite good.
Yeah.
And if whenever this like service comes here, I might give it a go because
You don't get caught up on the law.
Yeah.
Before Yellowstone takes us all over. With its 100 different shows.
Like, because I like Tyler Sheridan. I like all of those films.
Yeah.
I think like, I feel like Hello High Wars is fantastic.
Oh, I did like that.
Like it's one of them. Like he's a really good writer. And like, so I am more than willing to give them a go.
Yeah.
I just don't see. It just seems like they are hinging on him.
That's
to like,
madness.
yeah, he's making like a gangster show with fucking Sylvester Stallone.
What?
They've got the Halo show, which I heard is dog shit.
Yeah, I've heard not great things about that one.
Which, because they keep taking off his mask.
Mm.
Which I feel like the whole point of mask.
Yeah, that does.
He shouldn't even fucking talk, let alone take off his mask.
Masked to sheath. Mid to sheath. Mid to chief.
Mid-low. Like,
well, it's Halo in ratings.
Low. Zing. Like, I don't think so. I mean,
Rugrats show,
which is like 3D and looks horrific.
Yeah, I'd personally say Paramount Plus is a strong cringe.
The one benefit that Paramount Plus has is if you're in America, which it's not really relevant to us, is they get Champions League football.
Oh, they're not actually based.
But we won't get that probably.
Yeah, because we should have just watched the Champions League.
I guess
like, anything else.
If you have a VPN. Because that's the thing, because you can... I think it's BT Sports has it over here, but if you don't want to pay for BT Sports, I assume if you get a VPN...
Yeah.
You might... I assume
I
you'll
am
be
doing
able...
everything in my power not to pay for BT Sport.
That's what I mean. Like, so rather than go to a stream that will give you 1,000 viruses, you could go to Paramount Plus and just stream it through there with a VPN. I'm assuming that's what you can do. Cause if I remember right, they have the rights to that. That's Peacock, and it's the same in America. They have the... Yeah. No one's asked about Peacock, but...
Sorry, I just heard the word cock.
It all comes back to the gay man joke.
Okay, genuinely, Paramount Plus, I'm still, as much as that is awesome, and I want to give it base just for Champions League football, I am going to have to give it a strong shit.
I'm going to give it, it's a shit. I mean, I want to give it a full look.
Picard. Star Trek Picard.
Although, I don't know how that's going to work, because Picard's on Amazon Prime over here. And so's
God, Amazon Prime, what are you doing?
Now how's that going to work?
I don't know.
Because I know with Star Trek Discovery, it used to be on Netflix. Now it's on Pluto TV.
What the fuck? There are too many of these. There are too many of these shitty streaming services.
Fucking FIFA has one.
Why?
FIFA's got one.
Yahoo had one.
Yahoo! Fucking Quibi. Like, okay, to be fair, Shudder. Now, Shudder is a streaming service.
You're making up words.
No,
You're making up words.
Shudder's a streaming service for horror.
I have a streaming service called fucking my ass.
I'm gonna make a streaming service called Aaron Plus.
Do it.
And it will...
We are not reviewers plus. It's just our episodes, but like Patrick Stewart's in them.
Donald Trump is making a streaming service.
Oh my god.
Okay, to be fair, the comedy that will come out of that.
Yeah, but also at the same time, I don't want to pay £7.50 for that comedy.
No.
A month.
What if you just pirate?
True.
Just pirate. I mean, you're not going to feel bad with pirate.
I feel like this is the lesson we've come to.
Piracy? Is it cool?
So real quick, YouTube used to make originals.
They don't anymore. Did they count though? Because didn't they? Because they had Cobra Kai, didn't they?
I think you can't. I think like the reason I put YouTube down is because I think it is technically a streaming service because you can watch movies on YouTube. Like then you can rent and buy. Like you can stream movies on YouTube.
If you look far enough, you can find the film.
Oh, you can find the entire movie.
Yeah, you'll find it. Like
one time I watched the Phineas and Ferb movie.
Yeah.
On YouTube in 5 minutes clips.
I've seen like I've fully seen people who will release like full films on YouTube in like HD quality, but they'll hide it under like certain names.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's a really big musical scene. Like they do, like the Broadway musicals.
Yeah, those post them.
Yeah, they get posted on YouTube a lot.
Cause that's the thing. I mean, I don't know.
YouTube isn't watching this video where we expose them.
And to be fair, a lot of out of print movies get on it, and my take on that is if it's out of print, then there's no way to watch it. And if it's on YouTube, then go for it.
Weirdly enough, YouTube might be the best place to watch Tarkovsky films.
Yeah. Especially if you can't find them anywhere.
Yeah, I think
because you will probably find it on YouTube. It might not be the best quality, but
Solaris is on YouTube. Mirror's on YouTube. Like there's some, I mean, like
there's a lot. There's loads of like really small
part's
films.
Finding subtitles.
Yeah, that's the problem.
But if you can do that, then I think YouTube is really solid for
because I'd argue like YouTube because that's the thing. A lot of because a lot of films will just fall to the wayside because the company who's made this went out of business or whatever. So you can't find it anywhere. It's not gonna be on a Netflix. Netflix is not gonna have fucking Mirror or The Sacrifice, are they?
Well, exactly.
Like so it's like if you find it on YouTube, then it's there. It's
exactly.
Yeah, it's like because no offense, but he's dead. He's dead. RJ Tarkovsky's dead. Okay, so
what?
He's dead.
I know, Aaron. Yeah.
So I'm not gonna feel bad if I if I watch his film. Sorry, bro. Sorry if I watch your film on a 360.
It's just the fact you just said he's dead.
He's dead.
He's dead.
He is.
He's dead.
He's dead. Okay. Look. Okay. If Roman Polanski, right, if he makes a new film, watch that on YouTube. Don't don't give that bastard money.
I think. As YouTube is the one place in the world where you can simultaneously watch Andrei Tarkovsky's Mirror and We Are Not Reviewers on the same website based.
So basically, we stand on the shoulders of giants.
Exactly. No. They stand on our shoulders.
Yeah. Listen, Andrei Tarkovsky did not account for We Are Not Reviewers when he died, okay? He did not account for this channel.
Exactly. We are based. I will start single-handedly uploading Broadway musicals under the title of We Are Not Reviewers Episode 7.
Hamilton review. It's just Hamilton, take that, and then your Miranda.
We just edit ourselves into the background occasionally, just going like,
you know what?
Dancing.
I don't know if I like this. Like, we'll just review it occasionally. We'll take like a break. There'll be a pause in between. You can skip it if you want. It's fine. But like,
we just deep fake our faces over Hamilton characters.
I would love to deep fake myself as Lin-Manuel Miranda.
I'm gonna deepfake myself as Vivo.
From
the new film Vivo, starring Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Does anyone watch that?
I feel like people maybe watched Vivo.
When you said Vivo, for a second in my head, I was like, "What are you talking about? What is Vivo? Do you mean the thing on YouTube that would upload like music videos?"
Yeah. Do you reckon that's where they got the name from? From Viv.
It was Vivo, but they changed the E to an I.
Yeah, it's just Vivo, but with the same. Apparently, it's like he has songs that he sings. He acts in it.
Do you reckon we'll ever get a Watch Mojo movie?
I hope so.
With YouTube Originals, they should just make a Watch Mojo 2-hour film.
But apparently YouTube Originals is like really shit with like how they like work. No, but I don't mean like.
Of course it is.
I don't mean in terms of the quality of products. I mean like they're in like their like work. Like like fucking Dan is not fire. He released a whole like video about how YouTube Originals fucked him over.
How so?
They said, oh, we're gonna make a show with you, so we got it like they got the entire crew assembled and stuff, and they got everything ready, and he wrote the pilot or whatever, and then they just kept ghosting him.
So why even get him to do a show?
Yeah, and they kept saying, oh, YouTube Originals has decided, like they eventually excuse was YouTube Originals decided to do other different types of content, and then they did, and then they died.
Do you still have to pay to watch YouTube originals?
I don't think so.
Because I remember because you used
YouTube
to.
Red.
Yeah, because it used to be like it used to be that, and then now it's just get like ad free.
Yeah.
And it's like just get an ad block. So
I think I'd say that YouTube, in terms of what's possible with YouTube based, but in terms of what YouTube's doing with YouTube,
shit.
Like
bottom of the barrel.
Oh shit.
Or like just the worst thing ever.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Do I think there's a potential for I think YouTube will be the future of movies. I think eventually YouTube will be in a top tier streaming service. With that being said, I think that'll take about 30 years.
It's gonna take a while to get there.
Yeah, but I think YouTube will be a massive streaming service one day. Because people spend millions of hours on YouTube.
Yeah.
It just makes sense.
I think it probably makes sense to because that's the thing, they tried and they just failed.
Well, yeah, but I think they were trying a bit too early. I think there's potential. I think there's a ton of potential.
If they can, if they can get some good shows on there, it's all about quality.
Exactly. All they need, because let's be honest, Cobra Kai and a TV show about PewDiePie was maybe not the smartest way to kick off their library.
Especially PewDiePie, because they had to cancel it. Because he said naughty words.
This is the problem about doing it with shows about certain YouTubers.
Well, yeah, because they always end up coming out with dodgy shit.
Exactly.
But no,
I think there's potential for YouTube to be a massive streaming service.
Yeah, maybe.
Because I think YouTube will be around for ages. Because I think YouTube...
It will always exist.
I think YouTube comes across very stupid because of how many people are involved and so how slow it is as a result of that.
The thing is as well with YouTube is in terms of what they do, there's no competition.
Yeah,
and that's why they can thrive on being kind of shit.
It's like YouTube right now is slowly engulfing Twitch. It's just slowly usurping Twitch. You know what I mean? I think
because people are too used to it, and that's the thing with Twitch. I mean, granted, I would say Twitch is probably the best streaming service right now because it lets you watch Morbius for free. But
well, let's talk about streaming services. Let's talk about the fact that on Twitch people just react to anime non-stop, and you can just watch anime through that.
People were fucking stupid when they were doing that. What were they thinking? Okay, I'm a Twitch streamer. I'm just gonna show this anime.
You know the biggest Twitch streamer of all time spent 24 hours just watching MasterChef. But the thing is Twitch lets them get away with it.
And that's but then that's the thing is that and then other people who do that will then act surprised when Twitch
because Twitch doesn't take people down while they're streaming for copyright.
Yeah.
Twitch so essentially what Twitch said was, guys, we're not we can't let you have VODs that contain copyright material. Hint hint. If you just delete your VODs, you're okay.
It's fine, yeah.
So obviously what people started doing was deleting their VODs, so it was okay.
Yeah,
it was okay.
Yeah, it's just, but that's with YouTube, I think they could get there.
Oh, absolutely.
It's just because they are big. It's just in terms of will they go at it smart? The thing is about YouTube is that they're stupid. That's their problem. The guy, YouTube are just they make stupid decisions all the time.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And it's there's a tweet I've seen where it's where there's a guy who was they message YouTube go I was at a fucking Red Lobster and my cousin was choking on something and I tried to get a video up to do the what's it called?
Yeah,
the Heimlich, right? And they tried to do it, but then a fucking advert came up for sketches or something, and they couldn't get it. And YouTube replied to it, going, "Oh well, if you subscribe to YouTube Premium." It's okay, yes, but and that's probably the perfect encapsulation of just how shit YouTube is.
Oh my god!
Just as a place, and I guess that's the problem is if they make a streaming service, I don't know if I necessarily trust them.
Oh, absolutely.
To do it well. They've already tried and they failed.
I think they'll make something eventually, but I'm intrigued to see whether or not it'll be any good. But anyway, I think the last big one to talk about will be HBO Max.
Yes. So
I don't really know anything about HBO Max.
I'm subscribed to HBO Max because I have a VPN.
Yeah.
and
I have a VPN.
I have a VPN
with absolute confidence.
Oh yeah, try and catch me, police boys. Yeah. So the reason why I got HBO Max was because I was subscribed to Now TV, which is the Sky thing, and so for Now TV they split this up in chunks.
Yeah.
So for television, just for television, I was paying £15 a month. The reason being was because ads were a separate package, so you have to pay an extra £5 for. TV's a tenner, but for no ads, you have to pay an extra £5.
Why?
Because the greedy bastards never used to be like that. Never used to be like that.
That's ridiculous.
They changed it like 2021. That's when they changed it.
Oh my god. Okay.
So they were thriving for years, and so then I realised with HBO Max is you get access to movies, TV with no ads.
Yeah.
For $14.99 a month in dollars.
Okay,
Obviously,
that's
converting, it's like about £11-12.
Yeah.
So I'm saving. So it was one of them. I was saving just going to them.
Yeah.
As long as I've got the VPN, it's fine. And so I've been doing that. And so HBO Max, I think is fantastic. I think it is the best streaming service out of them all. It is of both original. I mean, not original. It is of just a streaming service.
Yeah.
Because I think they have that perfect blend of originals. Because like all the HBO stuff, that does count as originals.
Yeah.
Because
HBO.
Because HBO Max is essentially a evolution of HBO.
Yeah.
Like that's essentially what it is. That's how you subscribe to HBO now.
Yeah.
So they've got all of that. They've got Cartoon Network.
That's cool.
All of the Cartoon Network stuff. They have
that's very cool.
They have all Warner Brothers stuff.
Yeah.
And they've got Turner Classic Movies.
Okay.
Which has a bunch of old stuff.
Yeah.
And they've got like a bunch of Criterion stuff.
That's really cool.
They've got that. They've got like tons and tons of old stuff. Like
that's
older
really,
movies.
Really cool.
And then it's a really cool service. Like there's so much there. It's incredible. Like I would say it is based 100%. Yeah. It's amazing.
Okay.
Like I would honestly say to people if they could afford to get it and have a VPN, it is absolutely like worth it.
That's sick.
Just because it's worth it to get fucking Now TV. Fucking hell.
Shout out to HBO Max then.
Yeah, it's great.
Absolute shout
It's
out.
great. Plus they got the Batman on there.
Okay, that is sick. Then.
Like they got it like in April.
That is really sick.
Like so it's one of them. If you wanted to watch it,
yeah,
just watch it there.
Okay. Yeah. No, absolutely.
Like it's
shout out to HBO Max.
Like they've got that. They've got I mean obviously I never subscribed to it last year, but they obviously done that thing where they become the Warner Brothers films were coming.
Yeah.
To HBO Max like the same day.
Yeah.
They were doing that. They were available there. Yeah, Doom was there the day of release.
Bro.
Yeah.
Watch Dune on your smart fridge.
I don't think Dune's on there right now.
What?
Because what it is, the only issue with HBO Max is when they remove content.
Yeah.
Because they remove content like they were like I know like they had Joker.
Okay.
Like left and then came back, and I was like, why did it leave in the first place? Isn't it like it's a Warner Brothers show, or it's a Warner Brothers film? Like like to me Warner Brothers stuff that stuff in general shouldn't go anywhere.
Why would it?
That should just stay. Yeah, as well. I mean, I don't know if anyone cares, but like the CW stuff, there's none of that. Or there's a few shows, but like Supernatural is in there, which I think is odd because I'm like,
is the Flash on there?
No.
Oh fuck.
It's on Netflix. I think that's why. I think Netflix in America, at least, they have a deal with CW.
Okay,
so that must be what it is because Supernatural would do very well on there.
Yeah.
Because it's binge.
Yeah.
It's like
a ton of
seasons.
Yeah.
I'm assuming with a lot of those shows, the moment the contracts end with Netflix, they'll all just get moved over to there.
Yeah. No.
But that is like, good. I think Batwoman's on there. I think all the new CW shows are on there. I think. Like all like the new stuff, like Superman and Lois, I think is probably on there, and like Batwoman and stuff was on there.
Yeah.
Like, but all of the other stuff might not be because they already had those deals.
Okay.
Like so they've got it, but it's like that's like my only issue with them. Plus, of course, some of their original content, just like Apple, the shit at advertising.
Yeah.
Absolutely fucking woeful at it.
Yeah.
They can't. They don't know why, but they can't advertise to save their life.
Yeah.
So. That's an issue, but I'd say overall they are absolutely the best. Like it's insane. Their library is insane. Like I have like a watch list on there.
Yeah.
It's got to be like 300, 400 things. on there
Hell.
because it's like, because what it is, I'll go through the lineup, I'll go through this, and I'm like, oh, like this is good. Oh, what watch that? What watch that? That, and I keep going. I'm like, fucking hell. Like, the content is insane.
Bloody hell.
Like, they've got, like, I think all the Harry Potter films are on there. I don't care about Harry Potter, but if people care about it, it's all there. Emma Watson.
Based.
I think the Fantastic Beasts film.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Now there's cinema.
If I remember right, the Fantastic Beasts film, I believe, is coming on there, like, today. Or, like, in the next couple of days.
Oh, yeah, that is quite soon.
That's what I mean. Like, so I think all the Warner Brothers stuff gets there, like, quite quickly.
That is really
and
good.
to be fair, that's the same with Paramount Plus as well.
Mm.
I think it's like 45 days.
Okay. That's
So
not bad at
for
all.
them, it's not bad. It's like Top Gun Maverick will be on there soon.
Yeah.
And stuff like that, which will be good for them. Because people want to watch it. That's where you can go. But it's great.
Yeah.
It's really good Top Gun Maverick.
No, I'm excited. I'm really
good.
excited. But okay, yeah, I guess we'll end things there then. That is
One more quick one.
Oh my god.
Is Shudder.
Shudder.
I will say.
He loves his horror.
Shudder. Okay. Obviously, if you're if you like horror, that is great.
Yeah.
And the content is really good on it.
Yeah.
Like, they get a really nice mix of, like, interest and like because they have, like, cursed films on there, which I reviewed. Haha.
What's the website? What's the website?
Loud and Clear Reviews.
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 Loudandclearreviews.com.
Loud and Clear Reviews. Loudandclearreviews.com.
Yo, go click that link.
But yeah, they have, like, really interesting content on there.
Yeah.
Because it's one of them, I feel there's too many streaming services.
Yes.
But I have no problem with streaming services like Shudder that are niche.
Well, exactly.
If the niche and it's like for the specific, so I guess like FIFA Plus, it sounds silly, but at the same time, if you are like a football obsessed person, I can see, because again, most people get that, but it's niche.
Well, exactly.
It's going to go for one audience, and that's fine.
The problem is when you have 5 different streaming services that all have, where like
they're all doing the same thing.
They're all doing the same thing, but slightly different. And so if you want to watch everything, then you know what I mean. Like,
it's like, it's all different shows, but like Paramount Plus is still doing the same thing as Netflix.
Well,
exactly.
exactly.
And Netflix is still doing the same thing as HBO Max, and HBO Max is doing the same thing as Amazon. But Shudder is just its own thing. It doesn't have as many subscribers, but doesn't need that.
No,
but it's obviously going for a very specific audience.
Yeah.
Host is on there, and Host is fucking amazing.
Host.
There's tons and tons and tons of like really interesting films on there, and films that like are really like under like people that like films that people don't talk about. Yeah. Which is like, really neat.
No, that's sick. That's sick.
That's the last one.
Okay. Well, that is every streaming service. Well, the main ones.
The ones
graded.
that the ones that we care about.
Yeah, because I mean, there's what? All 4. Who cares?
They have Dairy Girls.
Have you seen Dairy Girls?
Nope.
Nice.
BBC iPlayer. That's free.
It's free.
BritBox.
See you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.